Welcome to Food Bar. Today we're featuring all Goya products. I'm going to be making a complete meal featuring some of the many wonderful Goya products. We're going to be making a delicious savory chicken, a Spanish rice, beans with spinach and mozzarella, and for dessert we're having a Carlota or a Nevado de Limon, whatever you want to call it. We'll go ahead and start with the spinach. I have 2 bundles of large spinach. I take and I stem it all, and then I place it in a bowl so that I can rinse it off. Here we go with the second bundle. I'm just going to take and stem these and separate stems from leaves. Again, in the bowl, all of it together, quite a bit of spinach there. We're going to give it a good rinse down and make sure that we remove any little dust particles, get it washed up, place it in a colander. We're going to let it rinse here for a bit, and now we're going to dice half of an onion for our beans with spinach. We're going to set that aside. Now we're going to reach for the Goya frijoles de olla. I have 4 cans here. I'm going to drain all of these in a colander, and then we're going to set aside some mozzarella, have that ready. We have everything staged now for the beans and spinach, the beans, the onion, the spinach, the mozzarella, and our skillet. Let's get started with the chicken. I'm going to take these drumsticks and we're going to rinse them, place them in a colander, all cleaned up and ready. We're going to spray our cooking dish, our baking dish, with some nonstick cooking spray, arrange the chicken. I'm going to sprinkle one of my favorite Goya ingredients here, the cilantro and achiote packages. I'm going to use about 4 packages. I'm going to sprinkle this on the drumsticks, both sides, top and bottom. Give these a nice toss. Cover them with foil paper. I also add salt and pepper to the chicken. And now I'm getting ready to make the rice. We've got the half of an onion diced, 1.5 cups of rice, a can of the Goya tomato sauce, and a package of the Goya chicken bouillon powder. And we've got everything staged and ready, and our skillet. So here we are. We've got everything ready for the savory Spanish rice, the beans with spinach. The chicken is ready to go in a 375 oven for about an hour, hour and 15 minutes. Okay, let's get started with the dessert. We're using the Goya Maria cookies. We're going to use about 6 or 7 limes, what is required to make 1 cup of lime juice. And also, we're going to take our dish that we're going to place the dessert in, and we're going to line it with plastic wrap in one direction with the sides overlapping, and then in the other direction, same thing with the sides overlapping. This is for easy unmolding once it goes in the freezer for a while. Okay, so we're going to take our dish now, set it aside, and we're going to juice these limes until we have 1 cup of freshly squeezed lime juice. Once that's all done, we're going to take our microplane and we're going to zest the rind of 1 lime. And when you're all done, your lime should look like this. That's how you take and remove all of the rind, and you're going to have about that much lime zest. Now in the blender, we're going to add 2 cans of evaporated milk and 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk. We're going to give this a mix until it's combined just for a few seconds. Once it's combined, I'm going to remove the lid. Of course, you can just remove that one centerpiece on the lid. And I turn it on low. I'm going to add the lime zest to the blender. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of lime juice, and suddenly the mixture will become thick right away once you add that lime juice. Okay, we're going to take these wonderful Goya Maria cookies and take a look at that. You've got the Goya brand right on the cookie. I'm going to place these face down in the pan. That way when you unmold, it's almost like an upside down dessert. So when you unmold it, that'll be right side up, and the cookies will be facing up, and then you can read what's on the cookie there. So I add a layer of cookies and then dessert. Now another layer of cookies goes down, and we're going to add another thick layer of the lemon dessert or the lime dessert. That goes down, and then a third layer of cookies goes all across the dessert there. And now our last layer of lime dessert over the top. And now we're just going to take that overlap of plastic wrap and we're going to cover on each side just like that, and then it goes into the freezer for at least 2-3 hours, and then you're going to unmold it once it's nice and cool and has become firm. And you want to just place it on a serving platter or a cake platter, unmold, and then you're going to remove the plastic wrap just like that for easy unmolding. And then you can take a look here at the cookies. You can see there the Goya brand name right on the cookie. I love that. Okay, we're going to cut into it now. We're going to serve it into pieces like this, and this keeps its shape real well when you're serving at a party or at dinner. It doesn't melt into just melt down. It kind of keeps its shape real nice for several hours. Okay, we're going to start with the rice now. Let's go ahead and get our skillet hot. We're going to fry up half of an onion, a white onion. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt just to draw out that moisture and to start to saute down the onion until it's translucent. And then down goes 1.5 cups of white rice. We're going to give that a nice saute, and then I'm going to add a little bit of oil right in the middle there, right before I add the Goya tomato sauce, because I like for the tomato sauce to fry down for a little bit. And I give that a nice stir, a little saute in the pan, and then down goes the chicken broth. The entire carton of chicken broth goes down, and I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 1 package of the Goya chicken bouillon powder. And I'm just going to stir this and wait till it comes to a nice soft simmer. I'm going to cover and lower the flame to low and let that rice cook down. Let's get started with the beans and spinach. Same thing, we're going to saute down some onion until it's translucent. We're going to add the drained pinto beans and give this a nice toss until those beans get nice and warm and sauteed along with the onion. I'm going to add back a little bit of the liquid from the beans because I want there to be a little bit of moisture, but I like to be able to control what I add to the pan here. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to cover until these beans are warm. And there we have it. These are nice and simmering, nice and warm. Not a lot of liquid, but some liquid at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to add the wonderful bunches of spinach. This is quite a bit of spinach. It's going to fill up the pan, and then you're going to barely be able to cover it, but you'll see how quickly this will wilt down. You'll be very surprised to see that. Okay, so now this spinach has wilted down. We're going to add the mozzarella cheese over the top, cover, and remove from the flame. Those beans and spinach are all done. Okay, we've got everything ready to serve. The chicken is done. It's out of the oven. Look at that cilantro and achiote drumsticks. These are so flavorful and delicious. We've got the Spanish rice piping hot, ready to serve. Look at that. Oh, that is just fantastic. Smells delicious. My favorite, beans and spinach with some delicious mozzarella cheese melted on top. Oh, you've got to try it. It's absolutely delicious. Main dish, we've got the chicken. We're going to serve it up with some delicious Goya nectar. We're going to try the guava today. I love guava. I love mango, but I'm feeling the guava today. I'm going to go ahead and serve some of this delicious nectar. And this is what we're going to serve with our wonderful Goya meal. Okay, let's serve up these beans and spinach. We'll get that on the plate with a side of Spanish rice. So we've got 2 side dishes here, and our main dish is the cilantro and achiote drumsticks. There we go. Doesn't that look phenomenal with a little bit of avocado on the side? Wow, look at that. What a wonderful meal. So, honey, what do you think about the Goya products?
I think it's awesome. I can't think of a more fitting tribute to Goya than to use their products, feature their products in a delicious meal, and show the world how much they contribute. So good. This is the Spanish rice. Delicious. And these are frijoles.
The beans with spinach.
Wow, amazing. And this is the chicken adobo. Fantastic. I'll tell you what a great company, you know. And then they even make drinks too. That's delicious. It's tastes a little bit like guava. Delicious. Thank you. Roast. Mr. Goya. Wonderful meal.